This just in. If your idea of marketing is shouting about how long you've been in business and praying someone clicks the contacts button, you're not alone. Most small business owners think they're explaining themselves clearly. What they're actually doing is describing their grandfather's career arc at a cocktail party and watching their listener politely glance towards the bacon-wrapped snacks. Donald Miller has built a small empire off this problem. Building a StoryBrand 2.0 is his updated guide to fixing it. And no, it's not just a repackaged motivational poster. It's a practical, slightly obsessive framework for turning your business message into something people can actually understand and act on. The core idea: customers don't buy the best products, they buy the ones they can understand the fastest. So, if you're wondering why your fancy website isn't converting and your emails are being ignored harder than a gym membership in February, this book explains why. Spoiler, it's not the font. Customers are cavemen with credit cards. Let's start with the basics. Your customer's brain is doing two things at all times: trying to survive and thrive, and trying to conserve calories. That's it. Everything else is window dressing. So when you talk about your custom onboarding process, your vertical specific CRM features, or the fact that you won best mid-sized business under 40 staff 3 years ago, your customer's brain goes cold. Why? Because none of that helps them survive, and it takes too much brain power to decode. Miller puts it this way: every time you share information, it's like handing someone an 8-pound bowling ball. 1 is fine, 2 is okay, but by the third ball, especially if it's covered in slippery technical jargon, they drop everything and move toward the bacon-wrapped dates. Because bacon equals survival and you equal effort. Your job is not to impress people. It's to make your message so simple their brain doesn't have time to lift anything. The StoryBrand framework is still the same, but now with more meat. So the SB7 framework hasn't changed in shape, but the 2.0 version adds a lot of color. Think of it like buying the same IKEA shelving unit, but this time they included a screwdriver that actually works. Here's the refreshed breakdown. Number 1, you have a character. That's your customer, not you. They want one thing, not 5, not options, just one clear desire. If you're trying to cover multiple offers in one sentence, you're not doing story, you're doing verbal gymnastics. Number 2, they have a problem. This is where your customer feels seen or bored. There's a villain, which could be overpriced consultants, and external problems like we can't keep up with demand, and internal problems such as I feel like I'm failing, and a philosophical problem, which is it shouldn't be this hard to grow. If you only talk about surface level issues, your customer's heart stays cold. You have to name the internal pain. That's the part that buys. Number 3, they meet a guide, and that's you. But don't pull out a megaphone. The guide isn't flashy. The guide is the calm one in the room who's been through this before. To be a good guide, show empathy. For example, we know how frustrating that is. Show authority. For example, we've helped over 200 businesses solve this exact problem. And if you lead with awards and buzzwords, you sound like you're still auditioning for the hero role. You're not. You're the person with the map. Number 4, who gives them a plan. Customers do not trust ambiguity. Give them steps like number 1, schedule a call. Number 2, get a custom plan. And number 3, grow your business. Also include an agreement plan. Your promise not to waste their time, confuse them further, or vanish after the invoice. Number 5, call them to action. No one clicks a gray button that says learn more. Direct call to actions are non-negotiable, and they should be everywhere. If you don't feel slightly embarrassed by how many times your site says book a call, you probably haven't said it enough. And for those not ready to commit, use a transitional call to action. This could be a free guide, a webinar, a quiz, anything that lets them tiptoe toward you without committing to dinner. Number 6, help them avoid failure. Add stakes. Just enough to matter, not enough to cause panic. If they don't hire you, what happens? Continued chaos, more wasted spend, another year of pointless marketing? Say it out loud. Number 7, end in success. Don't say achieve your goals. That's not success. That's a vague brochure. Say get your evenings back. Double your revenue without doubling your hours. Wake up without 87 unread emails and an ulcer forming. Let them picture the win. So that's the SB7 framework, but what's new in StoryBrand 2.0? Well, besides Miller's upgraded haircuts, quite a bit actually. First up is the controlling idea. This replaces the old company culture filler. It's one line that acts as your brand's internal compass. For example, marketing should be simple so you can get back to running your business. If your newsletter doesn't support that idea, it shouldn't be sent. It's the why this matters behind every tweet, headline, and sales pitch. Then there's the marketing roadmap. This used to be in a separate book. Now it's part of the main event. You'll learn how to build a strong one-liner, a homepage that sells, a lead magnet that actually gets downloaded, a nurture email sequence, and a sales email sequence. It's no longer just a messaging system. It's the blueprint for your entire marketing funnel. Then there's StoryBrand and AI. Yes, there's a nod to AI, but don't get excited. Miller says AI can be helpful, but only if your inputs are clear. Think of StoryBrand as the world's best AI prompt. Feed the framework into ChatGPT and it'll finally spit out something better than in today's ever-changing digital landscape. So, does it still work? Yes, painfully well. It works because people are still people. They want to survive and thrive. They still don't want to think harder than necessary. They still tune out when things feel irrelevant or confusing. And they still click when something feels obvious and useful. StoryBrand 2.0 doesn't give you new tricks. It gives you guardrails. So your message doesn't drive off a cliff the second you open your mouth. Here's what to do next. If all this sounds like a lot, start small. Rewrite your website header, craft a real one-liner, add a clear call to action. If you're too close to your own brand to see straight, no problem. Start by downloading my 5-minute marketing fix. It'll help you write one clear sentence that explains what you do and why it matters. Less thinking, more clicking, more bacon-wrapped dates. That's the goal. You can download it for free in the description below, or you can go to strategicmarketingtribe.com/fix. But what about you? What is one part of your marketing message that feels unclear right now? I'll go first. I sometimes over-explain instead of stopping once the customer understands the big idea. Shorter wins every time. Okay, your turn. What part of your message needs clarity today? Let me know in the comments. I'm Vicky Sidler from the Strategic Marketing Tribe, and I post helpful book reviews for small businesses every week.